Так, ну что ж, всем доброго времени суток и добро пожаловать. Гуров и микрофон у вас вновь на экранах. Avowed. Так, что у нас-то? Получается, только основной квест остался. Бочки все по... А, не. У нас тут побочка под боком есть. Почему здесь показывают противника? О, обычная булава. Противников показывать я понять не могу. Фак.
Gotcha. Let's go. Coming for the right.
Эти челики вылазили, я понять не могу. Чуть слабые такие челики. Кстати, а квест где-то здесь должен быть. А, вот. А я не могу с вами поговорить, да, пока закончится.
That was fun.
Так, ну что, все закончились. Это было странненько. Они ниоткуда напали. А кто это был, вообще непонятно. О, куртизанка, про которую говорили.
There's one problem, though. I better not talk about it. Juliana told us to be discreet. She's inside. If you want to help, she can give you the details.
О, сосед шарманку завел.
You'd better hope you can.
Здравствуй, Газмаск. Это Avowed. Недавно вышедшая геймпас игра. Так, мне с кем-то поболтать надо.
Whatever a man wins at cards, he's bound to lose it here.
You're the one who took down Thala. You know how to introduce yourself. What was right? This is going to be good. You're the talk of the town, envoy. Everyone wants to meet you.
Ух ты, восприятия не хватает.
Which one will you give them more reason to worry about? They've been free for centuries. Surely you understand why they'd be nervous. And she sent you to me. Smart girl. All right. Since you're all business, we can skip the small talk. The short version is, I'm out of some supplies that should have been here days ago. I'd hunt them down myself, but I don't have a firm enough hand. I need someone with more authority. Someone, well, someone like you.
Боже, сосед, капец, ты, конечно, вовремя.
Come now, a lady has to have some secrets. Very well. It's something I need to make the bathhouse run smoothly. It's medicinal. You understand why I'm trying to be discreet? For goods like mine it is. The local strongmen, the Sparrowhawks, got a hold of the shipment. They must have thought it looked valuable. Unfortunately, they were right. You did. Unfortunately for both of us, his lieutenant, Jago, moved in. Aren't you amenable? My gentlemen usually have to pay me to tell them what to do. Go to the docks. Their lieutenant runs one of the warehouses there. He'll probably keep it close. I leave that up to you. Just don't mention I hired you. I have a reputation to maintain.
Интересно, что там за лекарства такие они уперли. Явно что-то нелегальное. Так. Вот куда надо. О. Значит, в этой... Я в области запрета воскрешения. И чё, и долго они будут еще препятствовать?
Another win, but who's counting?
О, я таки выбрался из этого района. Понятно, получается, пока я был в этом районе, у меня были отключены возможности воскрешения. Ну, забавно. Ну, ладно, сейчас решим вопрос с этой бандой. Я единственное не помню, я...
We've got company. Watch where you're going. Wouldn't want you getting hurt now, would we?
Мне с тобой надо
If you're
поговорить.
looking for Tala, he's dead. And if you're not,
Ну, я и прикончил
we got
Талу,
nothing for
чувачок.
Indians here.
Jago. Don't you ever get tired of offending people?
Not even if you stood on your head. Time was, people in Paradise used to have principles. Principles like, get what's mine and keep yourself to yourself. Then you came and memories got short about that sort of thing. But the Sparrowhawks, we remember. The same way it worked out for you. The Emperor's favourite envoy, killed as soon as he shows up. Not your finest hour. Seems you haven't learned how things work in this city yet. Keep your nose out of our business. You can have that one for free. Keep your voice down. I haven't got it.
Блин, серьезно? Опять проверок не хватает.
You leave that death guard out of it. Alright, but listen close. I'm not gonna repeat myself. The day I got it, I saw Ludwig's men sniffing around the docks. Now, they didn't cross my path, but I don't believe in coincidences. That shipment is cursed, and dealing with you numbskulls is one thing. But the Garrote? That's another. What? How do you... Why does a bathhouse need something like that? Look, fine. Just take the damn thing and don't drop it. You hear?
О, прикольно. Получилось договориться. Хотя, конечно, немножко жаль, то, что не поделюсь с ними. А что за груз? А, вот он. Груз для бани. Кто-то повредил сундук и вскрыл сейф. Внутри видны мешочки с травами, распространяющими бодрящий лесной запах. По нему можно понять, что это петрушка Хайли. Петрушка? Распространенная на Аэдирском континенте. Небольшая доза может предотвратить беременность, большая прервать. Оу. Вот что это такое. Крайне неожиданная вещь. Ну ладно, чё, груз забрали, в принципе, ничего больше не надо. Дело сделано. Можно спокойно возвращаться обратно.
Dato won't be coming around this week.
Any sign of my shipment?
He bores me to death, that's all. He knows Ambassador Hilgard, so we can't throw him out either.
You did? And I thought I could talk my way out of anything.
Makes you appreciate why the Empire sent him here.
Please, tell me more about Audra Charters.
You're going to stop talking right now if you know what's good for you.
Careful. This shipment was smuggled for a reason.
All that education and you never learned to leave well enough alone. You think this is my first time dealing with officials like you? I'm the only one left for the people of Paradise to turn to. You, an Imperial envoy, protect me. Don't make me laugh. All right. What do you stand to gain? Guess I'm not as good a liar as I used to be. I saw the garrote drag my mother off when I was 17. They had a point to prove, and a lot of good midwives to blame. I owe you an apology, don't I? Still, you earned the truth. Almost no one gets that out of me. I admit, I've gotten used to men making promises they don't keep. When you told me to trust you, well, water under the bridge. Thank you, Envoy. You've done me a favor I won't forget. Come back anytime. I'll leave the light on for you.
Good on you, Envoy. If only more of your countrymen were as reasonable.
Так, и что мне там выдали? Благосклонность ночной госпожи. Безделушка. Если вы стоите рядом с компаньоном, ваша аура медленно восстанавливается. Прикольно.
Reasonable.
I'll be fine, but I'll remember that offer. You know, for a friend.
Так, значит, снова к квесту, снова... Так, найдите больше уль... Обыщите окрестности поместья. Исследуйте окрестности храма. Так, и куда мне поближе будет? Так, ну, видимо, сюда поближе будет. Окрестности какого храма я должен обследовать? Черта не вижу. Еще одного значка. Нет, правда, я не вижу. Странненько. Это крайне странненько. Может, конечно, потому что у меня парадиз до сих пор до конца не открыт. Не, даже не то чтобы не открыт, не обследован. А, точняк. И А, и Б ведет в одно место. Это просто один маркер на вход. Чтобы я в этот квартал попал. А, ну вот, теперь два значка.
Is this what it's like?
Так, и где? А, всё, вот он я. Так, вот либо поместье, либо храм.
Like to travel with an
Понятненько.
I can get used to that.
Murderers!
How awful.
Что случилось?
Not to worry, Envoy. We got one of the bastards. We caught this one trying to break.
Записка убийцы. Друзья и земляки. Егоровна в полном здравии и охотится за нами. Наше положение в городе скомпрометировано. Последние отведенные вам часы жизни. Соберите информацию об Айдирском посольстве и доставьте ее нам. Не доверяйте никому. И молитесь, чтобы боги знали, что они делают, ибо я сам больше не понимаю их мотивов. Игвульф.
Into the embassy. You startled me.
There's a joke about Paradis's government in here somewhere. Well, that didn't take long.
Опа. Трупаки. Здрасте. О, кстати, сделаю-ка я вот так вот. Все, разберем на работе.
Not bad, Marius.
Кусок сыра. На второй этаж, может, надо? Да, такое ощущение, что мне надо на второй этаж. О, дневник Клавигера, вторая запись. Посол Илгард обещает, что хочет лишь установить дипломатические отношения с живыми землями, а инквизитор Людвин, ей нужны висельницы, публичные казни и тайные допросы. Не знаю, что и думать о наших новых гостях. Иногда я не узнаю собственный город.
I'm starting to see why Aemond was going gray all of a sudden.
Ключ от подместья. Ладно, просто взломаем.
If there's anything worth finding, it'll be in here. The housekeeping isn't what it used to be.
Секретная страница. Судя по всему, в Парадисе назревает восстание. Мой народ бросает вызов аидирцам. Они выходят из тени и точат свои клинки во имя независимости. Славно, я их хорошо учил. Я не могу их открыто поддерживать, но у меня есть свои интересы. По цепочке клерков и агентов я передал им ключ от нашей цистерны. Дверь находится в храме Ондеры. Подходящее святилище. Пусть они используют это убежище в своих интересах. Запасной ключ я оставлю себе. Может наступить время, когда мне придется предупредить сопротивление или самому присоединиться к ним.
Well, there you have it.
So, Claviger Aemon not only knew about the rebels, he also gave them access to a hideout in the cistern. None. I knew he was protective of Paradise, but I never would have dreamed he'd get in bed with organized rebels. Look, everyone who settles in the Living Lands comes from somewhere, but until recently, those settlers have been people, not nations. But when Adir built an embassy and filled it with dignitaries and troops, some started to worry that your laws and governors would follow.
Right, all of that. Don't forget why we're here. You hired me to hunt the rebels down, and now we know where they are. The cistern beneath the Temple of Andra. Good place for a hidden base. It sits just below the city, where the people and patrols will never look.
Maybe we should bring reinforcements. I bet Heelguard would be happy to spare some of his guards, if we ask nicely.
They'd only slow us down. Besides, any fighting we do in the cistern will be close quarters.
On to the Temple of Andra, then. It's east of here, just across the canal, in the plaza with the big statue.
Right, after you.
То есть, получается, я мог сразу туда попасть. В эту цистерну. Ух ты, какой сундук. А что здесь? О, амулет какой-то уникальный. Единый фронт. Воскрешение компаньона восстанавливает 50% вашего здоровья. Это типа полезно должно быть. Ой. Перестарался.
These have been boarded up since the lockdown started. Nice place for thieves to hide out.
It's the envoy. Get him!
Ой. Ребята, вы кто?
Fight this!
Glad that's over.
Это все. О, сундук. Не зря забежал. Так, ну погнали в храм на поиски цистерны.
Hunter's got a wealthy patron here somewhere. This is where the assassins are hiding? Temple seems like an odd choice.
Welcome to the temple. You can't go in there. Seize him.
А, она тоже за ним. у меня же уже был ключ от цистерны. Или мне надо было сначала с ней поговорить и сказать уходи.
Stale air, thick darkness, and a smell that peels your eyes back. Reminds me of home.
No, I just skipped a bath.
Так, походу мирно здесь не получится пройти. Со мной будут сразу драться, да?
Rebels ahead. Stay alert.
Unseen, unheard.
А, ладно, пофигу. Что это он сделал?
These people aren't trained assassins. They're just regular people with weapons.
You're trying to kill us. What else do you need to know?
Ёп. Опасненько. Я случайно чуть не подорвал бочоночек.
Watch out. Pressure plates on the floor.
А, я понял, про что он. Почему он сказал быть максимально аккуратным? Так, еще дневник. Мои источники сообщают, что из Аэда прибудет эмиссар. Странно. Чего он сможет добиться здесь, что не в силах сделать инквизитор Людвин? Что за инквизитор? Мы будем наблюдать издалека и устраним его, если возникнут проблемы. Мы знали, что этот день близок, империя идет за нами. Блин, они ожесточенно думают, что мы, хотим что-то плохое с ними сделать. А нас по факту послали, чтобы наоборот разобраться со всем плохим. Раненько.
We got 'em all.
Так, ну там сундук закрытый. Я, наверное, там должен буду потом как-то оказаться, а не сейчас. Наверное. Надеюсь.
You know what that web means?
More Bleste spiders.
Fui meio.
О, прикольно. Огненный урон тоже это все разрушает. То есть не обязательно каждый раз доставать эту способность. Ты вот что?
What about these spiders? Are they threatening enough for you?
The spiders are just trying to survive. Maybe these people are too.
Опа. Впервые мне выпал новый гримуар. С кольцом огня! Наконец-то! Я так ждал этого. Ура! Нет, правда, ура! Это я теперь смогу. Ой, нажал. Это я теперь смогу прокачать. Так, мне, получается, нужно получить 10 уровень. Ну, я скоро уже, наверное, получу 9. И мне надо получить 10. Да, короче, тогда надо, получается, на 9 сразу взять мастера гримуара 2 ранга, чтобы сразу же на 10 взять кольцо огня. Да, так и сделаю.
I sense a Marius lecture coming.
Так и сделаю. Я понял. Чтобы дальше пройти, мне нужно это растение кинуть. Так, это у нас оружие. Блин, сейчас. Что? Серьезно? Я был уверен, что я могу что-то сделать с этим.
That key opens the big double doors we saw on the way here.
Remember that time in Emerald Stair? You let that thief take all our supplies.
He was starving. I wasn't gonna kill a man over a few rations.
We needed our supplies. We almost died without them.
True.
You let your heart get in the way of your survival.
When did you become a poet?
Just blessed day now. Like it?
Still needs work.
Так, что у нас внизу вообще ничего нету? Был уверен, что может быть хоть что-нибудь там спрятали. Да? Я сюда добирался? Ну, кстати, я вижу то, что еще что-то сверху есть. Но я... Но я, в принципе, никак не могу туда попасть. Верно? Или я не прав?
Why would you waste time building a deadly trap when I said with no entry sign would be? Some people wait.
Да ёкарный бабай, а! Блин, я все собрал. Слышь, не колдуй. Вау, это кто-то сильный. Черт, там еще наверху. Вау! Дурака кусок, а? Что-то понять не могу, а где мои союзники в это время были?
Eyes open.
О, еще дневник. Эта запись датирована несколькими днями ранее. Теперь мои источники говорят, что эмиссар богоподобный. Это все меняет. В пророчестве сказано, что богоподобный придет в живые земли и принесет с собой смерть. Нужно действовать немедленно и остановить судьбу. Даже если придется пролить кровь богоподобного. А, вот почему нас завалить захотели. Пророчество там какое-то. О, сейф. Так, стоп. Мне наоборот туда и нужно. Так, теперь все. Да, кажется, теперь все. Больше крестиков на карте не вижу.
So, would you have killed that thief for taking
Him, dude.
А, ну, собственно, вот теперь я и наверху.
Sprained my shoulder.
I would have sent that thief on his way without our blessed day supplies. Then he would have died. How do you know? We didn't.
Эта запись в дневнике была сделана совсем недавно. Мы убили эмиссары, но боги вернули его к жизни. Что это означает? Должно быть, эмиссару уготована высшая миссия, но я недостоин ее осознать. Я не справился. Теперь они придут за мной. Но что я могу предложить, кроме своих извинений и головы? Суровые эти повстанцы.
Get ready. My money says our assassin's on the other side
Так, сохранимся на всякий
of that
случай.
door.
О, здрасте. Извините, чтоб тревожил. Ты кто?
So it is true.
Опять ФПС куда-то
You're
пропал.
alive. You're truly alive.
Spoken like an assassin who's confident in his work.
Well, how could this be? I killed you.
The whims of the gods are a mystery to us both. Stay your weapon, please. Hear me. Let me speak for Paradise. Then you can decide if we part as friend or as foe. Envoy, I killed you because the people of Paradise have suffered under the boot of Adir. For better or worse, yes. Though that ended when he went into the wilderness with your ambassador. I didn't, though that is where your mind went, isn't it? In any case, it was not the Clavager's death that made me decide to kill you. It was because your face came to me in a dream. A vision I believed was sent from the gods. Your face was as clear in my mind as it appears to me now. You were standing under the sign of Adir. Your feet became roots and reached deep into the soil, wrapping round Ardra in the darkness. I took the vision as a call to kill you in the hopes that I might stop Adir from conquering this land. Perhaps higher education would have given me pause. Stay by hand. Perhaps not. I cannot imagine what the gods want for us, but you are at the center of it. The proof stands before me.
There's definitely something. It's written all over your face.
The only thing standing before us is a bunch of well-armed people. Let's take this slow. No sudden movements.
The gods aren't finished with you yet. You tell me, godlike. You have me cornered, but I will not hesitate to defend myself. Cowardice is not our way. My fate is in your hands. Do with it what you will. The Deerans have bought most of the property in Paradise, pushed out many of the families. You installed yourselves at Fort Northreach to police trade and fishing with no authority. Adir now controls the import of all foreign goods, forcing Paradisans to deal with your people to get them.
That may not be the whole story, but it's part of it.
Such dealings are regulated through Adiran contracts, contracts that are both deceptive and manipulative. When Paradisans dare to challenge these contracts, we're punished by the Steel Garrote. Whatever wrong I've committed against you, I will not apologize for striking back at Adir.
Normally, I'd say if someone tries to kill you once, don't give them a chance to do it again. But I think he's actually come around to something. It's rare to see a real change of heart. Rarer still to have the opportunity to give someone a second chance. Don't squander it.
If you spare him, he'll just kill you again. I doubt you'll get a second chance. Not a huge fan of cold-blooded murder. We survive by removing threats, and this guy is a threat.
If you're guided by the hearts of your companions, then they too serve the gods. You mean it? You have no thirst for vengeance, no righteous desire for justice.
Not the path I'd take. But hey, I only get to die once.
You're really letting us go? You are far more forgiving than I would be under the circumstances. Perhaps you are worthy of this great destiny. Thank you, Envoy. If our paths are meant to cross again, let it be in peace.
Big mistake, Envoy. He killed you once. He'll do it again.
When a warrior acts with honor, we mark the occasion with a gift, and in my case, an apology. Please, accept both.
О, кадро халявное.
The hair forgives. The tide ebbs on the placid shore. We learn. We twine.
You know, it's harder to keep you alive if you keep setting free all the people who want to kill you.
Relax, Marius. If he wanted the envoy dead, I doubt he'd send us away with presents. Impressive. I'm starting to see why your emperor...
Выдали. О. О, разрешить потенциальный конфликт мирным путем 5 раз. Прикольно. Что? Опасная цистерна. Встретиться с цистерне. Мне этот ключ дает. Я рад, что у меня появилась еще одна эдра.
Trust you.
Don't bother going back the way you came. Between the pillars. One more thing. Thanks.
О, гранатка.
Sorry, how do we know his enemy isn't going to stab us in the back?
The Germans are true to their word, usually to a fault.
What about the Inquisitor? You really think she'd back down?
Oh, she's gonna kill us. Never doubt it. But we'll give her patience.
Yeah.
О, стоп. Походу... Это обычный меч. Как полезно. Ладно, видимо, пора валить отсюда.
Hopefully you made an ally here.
Фиолетовый сундук. Так.
You all but guaranteed that.
Unfortunately, I don't think your friends at the embassy will be happy about this.
I never really expect them to be happy about anything. I have some thoughts, Envoy. Let's talk about it in camp.
Короче, с ними обоими надо будет поболтать в этом... в лагере. Но Маркус мне явно хочет выразить свое недовольство. То, что я их пощадил, ему очень сильно понравилось.
protect yourselves against this.
Так, пойдем как раз таки. В лагерь сгоняем, поболтаем с нашими компаньонами. Там не нравится. Не нравится. Я главная, красавица.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future. That's interesting. Good to know you're the forgiving sort. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
Listen, I wanted to talk to you about Juliana. I know you're not asking my opinion, but for what it's worth, I appreciate you understanding her situation. I couldn't agree with you more. Out here, you've got to live and let live. Principles are one thing, but you can't let them get in the way of basic decency. I wish more of your countrymen took that view. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another. Yeah, I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you.
Он мне чем-то может. Таки.
Some of that is sheer stubbornness, but I can give you some pointers on your stance, too. That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest.
Что это было? Вау! Это постоянный эффект? Да, действительно, обучение Кая. Факт телосложению. Блин, прикольно. Да, у меня телосложение уже прокачанное. Надо силу прокачивать. У меня уже вполне хватает восстановления ауры. Ну и просто то, что плюс... Ой, точнее, плюс 20 максимально ауры. Надо, короче, силу прокачивать. А еще выносливость надо прокачивать. О! Бог снова поболтать решил.
We have touched something like your dreams before. Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know. A killer freed, a predator returned to the woods. You bled and forgave. Why? Should he not suffer for your pain? Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangle. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. Petals disperse on the wind. Wake now. We have tending to do.
О. О. Ну, с Каем надо поболтать.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered. What I find interesting is how you handled him. You really had him at a loss when you let him go. Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away. I think the Living Lands has a way of wringing the tenderness out of those who survive it. Even though most of us come here looking for a second chance, it's rare that we offer one. Why'd you do it? That's admirable. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the Living Lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse. They're a match to a powder keg. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself. Strict is one thing, fanatical's another. The Rawatayan Navy's known for harsh punishment. When I served, we watched a gunner hold a red-hot cannonball while she sang our empire's anthem. All for trading some of our supplies on the side, mind you. It also resulted in one of the most effective navies in Aora, or so the argument goes. However, that approach won't win many allies in the Living Lands. As Ludwig will find out. It remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig are rowing in the same direction. But I fear there's trouble on the horizon, especially if the Steel Garrote's tactics win out. Nice to know I'm in good company. Just thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him down. I've let a few people down over the years. But I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts. The feeling's mutual. It's nice to share a campfire again. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night, don't you? Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can. We should be safe enough, but I'll take watch, just in case.
tell me you brought good news. Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
Так, ну, повстанцев я не хочу сливать. Так, сказать ему прямо то, что я его отпустил, или солгать, что он скрылся. А, скажу прямо, я его отпустил.
Can't wait to hear how you spin this tale.
Envoy, tell me this isn't true. Have I taken leave of my senses? We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the Living Lands without resistance or fear. Worse still, now everyone knows our flank is exposed. Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive. She will do the talking. The best we can do is grovel.
Do you really need Marius and me here for the groveling, or...?
There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end. Oh, yes, that. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them. Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, even corrupt the very soul. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical. Well, you know what they say about the enemy of my enemy? Animancers may be an unpredictable sort, but they are scholars and keenly aware of their environment. Make no mistake, the Empire's at war with the Dream Scourge, and we need allies on our side. Animancers tinker on souls using clever inventions and ancient pillars of Ardra, siphoning essence like honey from a hive. They want to change reality as we know it, make us live longer, or cause barren lands to grow. For all I know, they might be onto something. Or, with a single miscalculation, they might destroy us all. You're right to be curious. After all, animancy is the study of existence itself. Just don't get too curious. It won't reflect well on you in the Empire. If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
Что это? О. Это инквизитор, видимо. Клевые доспехи. Ух ты.
Hilgard. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No. Strangling light. Keep her away.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Inquisitor Ludwig, so kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
At least someone remembers their manners. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me. Even if that were to happen, the living will replace the dead. We will ship them in by the hundreds to fill the empty houses.
Oh, gods, Ludwig.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the Envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading word of our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
He's got more backbone than I would have thought.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. This island has seen nothing but us at our weakest. What say you? If you only knew the restraint I'm showing.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves. That might do us some good, or it might lead you nowhere. I can't take the chance. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
Ай, какая тревожная барышня. По-любому главный злодей.
She is going to be a problem. No. She invents a crisis, then runs off to solve it, usually with bloodshed. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on, at least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirans don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad, unhinged. At least you'll have that in common, if nothing else.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair is beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Так, и куда нам теперь надо?
The armored mask. We dream of steel and shard earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you. Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself.
Так, почему-то наше божество очень боится этого мира.
We recall. You are not safe with her. We reach. The spines tear into us. We pull our hands away. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know. Burrow for warmth, but the hawk circles outside the den. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it. Cull or tend, the bear's blood nourishes the earth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen, have care, have care.
We're stationed out here, so far from the city. Piss off the captain or something?
Hail, friend. Always nice to see a fellow traveler out here. Where are you headed? Truly? Then we're heading the same way. Though Emerald Stair is not my ultimate goal. One of my ancestors apparently grew up in Solace Keep, deep in the Living Lands. I hope to find this place.
Envoy.
Здрасте.
On the contrary, Paradise believes it can help you.
You got lucky with the last one you set free, Envoy. Not sure I'd risk it again.
You spared us. That does not mean that we have lost interest in you. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time, we trust you will remember our gratitude.
Не понял, что это было вообще. Снаряжение дали. Я вообще не понял, что это было за снаряжение.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure? Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwig barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. I didn't ask. The less I know, the better. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwig's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adherans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adheran soldiers.
They're certainly making their presence known. Can't say they're making any friends, though.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Unless they have their own use for you. That's what's giving me the shakes.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Just mind how close you get. Their experiments don't always go as planned.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, An interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island. Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean? It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough. And, while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway... You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delumgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines. Well, you came to the right place.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Our deal was I'd help you find your assassin. I did that. I figured you'd probably travel faster with fewer people anyway. I have, you know, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been.
Да ладно,
No
меня
any good
компаньон
guides
сейчас
we could hire?
покинет.
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Yeah. Who else is gonna show us which mushrooms we can eat, and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule. Envoy? Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go. I don't know about all that. They decided to settle in a hostile forest and use animancy to conquer it. We might get there and find that these people aren't as ready and willing to help you as you hope they are. Yeah. Looking forward to dragging you people through Emerald Stair, on the distant chance Fior will be feeling generous with their time. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said, almost. Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject. Until next time.
Give her a hand.
More are on the way.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? Don't take that tone with me, darling. There's a beautiful vase right in those ruins that I cannot reach. And as sharp as my wits are, they are a poor substitute for a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. Oh, of course. Why would a priceless artifact be important? Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the Godless. But they were here in the Living Lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land. I mean, as much as you can live in harmony with the land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating, right? Well, what's important is that the vase is within my grasp, now that I've a tall, dark, and handsome stranger to help. There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Yeah.
You take lead.
Yeah.
One for you!
Another glorious battle.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you. Of course I can. Are you a wizard as well? Remarkable. An Adiran godlike wizard. You're nearly as fascinating as this godless vase. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you? Of course I forgot a ladder. Wonderful.
That's all of them.
Granted, I don't come here often, but when did it get this bad?
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a battle rock.
My training was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in solace. But you don't see me making... beetle mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping soccer from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk softly.
I'll remind you of that next time you start playing your flute at camp.
That is different. Bear's natural prey doesn't tend to play flutes.
They might show up to get you to stop.
I've had this flute for years. And I have yet to be killed by a bear.
On second thought, maybe that's what's keeping them away.